Everything you need to know about images for screen and print in 4 minutes. A quick guide from the Royal Irish Academy and Digital Charity Lab. Part 1. Images for screen and print are two very different things. You may be used to taking screenshots and dropping them into presentations or documents. But when you're finding images for printed materials, you have to use a different approach. Why? Because screen and print are different mediums, really different. Images are made up of thousands of tiny specks of colour. Screens use square pixels and print uses round dots. For screens, you only need 72 pixels per inch for an image to look okay. But paper requires much more, 300 dots per inch. Dots per inch is known as DPI for short. If you take a low DPI image and print it, it will look blurry and terrible. There are tools that will let you check the DPI of your images. But generally, if an image file size is very small, it probably won't work for print. Part 2. Sending and sharing image files. When you have your high quality image, you need to send it as a separate attachment. Never embed the image in a Word document or an email, because these programs compress the images and ruin the quality. If you only have the image in a Word document, it won't be good enough for print. You'll need to track down the original. If your high quality image is too big to email, you can use a file sharing service. Part 3. Just because an image is on the internet doesn't mean you can use it. To use an image in a project, you need permission from the copyright owner. You can't just grab images off Google Image Search. There are lots of stock sites where you can find professional quality images. Many museums and archives have digitised their collections, and some of these sites are completely free. Just check the permissions for each image, they can be complex. You might not be able to use the image in certain media, or there can be a time limit on its use. Using images without permission can lead to fees or even court cases. Part 4. How to choose photos that look great. Some of the free stock image sites publish amateur photos and they can be poor quality. Photos need to be clear, have good composition and a definite subject. Avoid pictures with lots of background clutter. Part 5. You don't always need photos. Literal isn't always best. Just because you mention something doesn't mean you need a photo of it. Look at other ways to represent concepts visually. Icons can be nice and there's lots of free and affordable ones. Part 6. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes one large image can have more impact than lots of small ones. Resist the temptation to fill all the white space. White space is important. It frames and highlights your content. White space also gives your content room to breathe and makes reading easier. Part 7. How to manage logos. Don't clutter designs with too many logos. The logo is not the message. Your audience won't respond to logos, they will respond to content. There are other ways to get a brand across visually, such as colours, typefaces and icons. If you have to display logos of partners and sponsors, give them a dedicated page where they all get some space. And that's it. Get more info and useful links on our website. And thanks for watching.